So this is just a little bit of an outline of what we're going to do today. So overview of Coach Kai. So just the screen that you would be seeing when you tap onto Coach Kai, how to adjust settings, and then how Coach Kai can help you with your team, your athletes, your coaching business, and best practices. And then, like I mentioned before, we'll hop into that Q&A at the end. So just a Coach Kai overview. So up at the top, you have Coach Kai settings. So that's going to be this ice hockey drop down, and then your age. So you can select from a couple different sports. We are currently adding a couple more in. So in different iterations and different releases, we'll be adding more in. Right now, we kind of have all the big ones. So hockey, baseball, basketball, soccer, American football, all of that stuff. So just tap the drop down and you can switch to the sport that you like playing or you have questions about or anything like that. And then the age range you can adjust as well. I think it goes all the way down to about like 4 years old or something like that. And then goes up above 18 as well. So if you do have older athletes, that's really helpful. And then on every sport, you will have pre-prompted questions. So we even have one of the sports as general coaching. So if you have a question about how to deal with a difficult situation, or like a strength and conditioning question or anything like that, that's a bit more general, it's not specific to a sport, you can always tap the general coaching sport option. And then from there, you have pre-prompted questions. So for example, this is in ice hockey, you have a preset goaltending workout, passing tips, back checking tips, and stuff like that. So if you're hopping in here for the first time and trying Coach Kai and you're like, I don't really know what to ask, I don't have a question in mind, you can tap that to kind of see how it would lay things out for you. And then once you hit a question or you've typed in your own question, this sharing button will show up at the top, and then you can email it, you can text it. It has all of the kind of native Apple sharing options, and then it will essentially copy what Coach Kai says, so everything in this purple box, and then it will send it in an email or a text or anything like that. So you're essentially copying Coach Kai's answer. Next up. Okay, so how to adjust Coach Kai's settings. So like I mentioned, you can adjust sport and age range. So when you tap that drop down, this is what it's going to look like. So you have baseball, basketball, figure skating, kind of all of the major sports. And then when you go to change the age range, you would tap the all ages is typically what it's going to look like when you first tap into Coach Kai. It won't have an age range set. And then you can adjust it here by using the plus or minus buttons to the age range of your team. Or you can have a greater age range. It's entirely up to you. And then you can just tap clear and it'll go back to all ages. So this just tailors the response that Coach Kai will give you to that specific age range. If you don't tell it, it'll just give you a general all ages. So it might not be super specific to your team. Okay, so what can you do with Coach Kai? You can build your business. So this is a really big tool if you have a coaching business, if you're doing one-on-one coaching, even if you have a hockey academy, it doesn't really matter the scale of your business. But Coach Kai can help with a lot of different things in terms of like creating marketing materials. So you could say, I have a camp coming up. Like, can you create a structure for what my flyers should look like? It can also help with responding to parent emails. Say they're telling you that their athlete isn't getting enough time on the ice and it's kind of a touchy subject or a difficult situation to explain to a parent. Coach Kai can help with that. Can also help with systems and processes. And we'll go over a couple example questions in the later slides. Can help with training programs as well. So whether that be strength and conditioning programs like on ice or on field, on pitch programs, as long as you provide needs, goals, timelines, and other information, Coach Kai can really help you set a structure. One thing I do want to note is remember that you are the expert. So as much as Coach Kai can help create a structure, you will, or most likely will have to tweak it or adjust it for your team. You don't necessarily want to take what Coach Kai says as like perfect. You can always adjust as you need to. So do remember that you are the expert, but it's really helpful to get a kind of a structure or even get some ideas for your training programs. And then athlete feedback and analysis. So if you're taking notes, so for example, for scouts, if you're taking lots of notes during a scouting session or even a training session, you can dump them all into Coach Kai and then ask Coach Kai to organize it in a specific manner for you. So you can ask him to organize it into a table. You could ask him to organize it into like subheadings and stuff like that. So it can kind of help you make sense of all of the information. So those are some of the ways that you can use Coach Kai. Hopping forward to best practices. You want to talk to Coach Kai like you would a person. So same way that I'm talking to you guys through this webinar, you get lots of different conversational details and little anecdotes when you talk to Coach Kai as a person, instead of feeling like it has to be super professional and rigid. You can, like in this example, can you provide 3 drills to improve my player's edge control? For context, we've been working on C-cut, both forwards and backwards. Players are good on their inside edge, but struggling more with outside edge going forwards. That's something that you would possibly say to another coach of yours. It's a little more casual, but you're giving Coach Kai lots of conversational details and stuff like that to give you a better response. The other thing is providing context. So for example, provide 3 drills. You're not just saying provide drills. So if there is a certain number that you want to have, or a timeline, like any contextual clues or anything like that, Coach Kai will help Coach Kai provide the most accurate answer for you. And then refine and repeat. So Coach Kai remembers what you had in your previous question. So after writing this, if you went in to enter your next question and you wanted to refine it a little bit, so you could say like, hey, can you provide 3 more drills? Or you could say, yeah, this is great. We did the figure 8 edge drill and this is how it turned out. Like, can you dive into this a little bit further? So you can refine the answers and then just kind of keep repeating that process until you get an answer that's close to what you're looking for, or just a little more refined for your situation. And then these are a couple different examples of questions that Coach Kai can help with. So can you please provide some proven solutions to attract first-time teenage boys and girls who had never played football before? So again, that can help you more with like the building your business side. Suggest strategies for a soccer team playing against a team with strong defense. So this is a bit more sports specific. It can also help with that document. So systems and processes, documents, all of that kind of thing for your coaching business. So creating a performance evaluation. And then again, this is the 2 on the bottom are a little bit more of that like importance of it being conversational. So my team has a hockey tournament this weekend. Can you design a strength training session for them to perform 2 days before our tournament? So again, you want to give as many details as you can. And then I'm dealing with a parent that feels their child's not getting enough playing time. Explain, and then you can explain to Coach Kai why that is, and then say, how should I explain this to the parent? And Coach Kai can give you an email template. So again, that could be another little anecdote that you want to give Coach Kai of like, I will be responding in an email, or they've asked to have a meeting. Like, can you provide some talking points? So just giving as many details around the situation as possible, and Coach Kai can help with that. Okay. You can use either one of these QR codes. So the one on the left is going to be our Klevr Help Center. So that's us trying to answer as many questions as we can. So about groups, coach mode, our camera, billing, Klevr Pro, all of that kind of thing. And then if you are more curious about getting into how Klevr can work for you, whether you have a team or you're a parent and you have an athlete, or you have a coaching business or anything like that, you can use the QR code on the right to schedule a demo with one of our team members, and we can go over the kind of nitty-gritty of the platform a little bit more in context of how you use it.